Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're continuing right where we left off from our last video, and we're going to speak to Gabriel Vera in the ballroom. He's someone we noticed passing by and taking a picture on the floor.
The ship's purser can assist you with any matters regarding the security of your
kind of
items.
dismissive, but he'll want to talk now that we got some dirt on him.
Hello. Are you a member of the society?
As much as we have right now.
You look a bit lost in these surroundings. Hello. You here for the charity event?
Here on business, rather talk about Larry. Do you often attend honest and worthy causes? More interested about what's going on at Galbank. Let's choose the question.
Oh, absolutely. I'm a firm believer that attending these types of events tends to absolve one of their sins and cleanse their soul. But something tells me you're not really here to discuss the event. What did you really want to talk about?
Rather talk about Larry.
Dumbrosky, he's the exec holding court over in the VIP area of the ballroom. Yeah, sorry, I work for UC Security, not Galbank. I don't really know him personally.
Getting to the point. Yeah, what exactly brings you aboard the Siren?
To be honest, I'm here to keep an eye on the charity event. It might not be as glamorous an assignment as a colony rescue or taking down some criminals, but anything that keeps the peace is important to me. What is this all about anyway?
What do you do for UC?
You mean specifically? Oh, I work for the Corporate Fraud Division. We monitor all of the major megacorp financials and transactions to ensure that nothing improper occurs. You're asking a lot of strange questions. What exactly do you want?
Leading up to that, Claudia Swist says you have information about Larry.
Claudia sent you, did she? Look, friend, I don't know if you're just a little drunk, maybe a touch crazy, or both. Whatever you think you know about me, you're dead wrong. So back off.
Changed your tone quick, didn't you? Back off for what? Find my mistake. You don't sound very worried about Claudia's calling you out. Maybe I'll hand any evidence I already have over to the authorities. Let's call him out on it.
Don't test me. You have no idea how high up the chain I am with UC Security. Not only can I make you disappear, I can also make sure the settled systems forget you existed in the first place.
I'm with the fleet, though. But let's say you don't sound very worried about Claudia's calling you out.
Worried? Why should I be worried? Anything you try to report will boil down to your word against mine. And since I work for UC Security, who do you think people will believe?
Alright. Now we've got to return to Rokov. Still the option to kill Larry or not.
I certainly hope they decide to hold him home.
Rokov. Shown over here in the corner.
I saw your little exchange with Vera. Keep that up and I guarantee that imbecile's gonna demand that you be arrested.
Take him long, he must be bluffing. Does he actually have the authority to have me arrested? He's involved in an embezzlement scheme with Dumbrosky and Swist.
Which is why he's threatening you. That makes sense. We need hard evidence of their scheme. But it's gonna be tricky. The problem is he's not gonna talk to you in public. We need to get Vera isolated so he'll spill everything he knows.
Why shouldn't I just kill Vera and be done with it? Again, that stupid alarm. Should we wait until he returns to his cabin and fall asleep? A shipwide emergency might do the trick. One of these two will do it. We'll ask this question.
Maybe. But if something goes wrong and he's able to raise an alarm, we're sunk. With all of these wealthy patrons aboard, the ship is crawling with security.
A shipwide emergency might do the trick.
Smart. If there's an emergency, standard practice is for all passengers to clear the decks and report to their cabins for lockdown. I think the best chance we have would be to tamper with the life support sensors. Manipulate a few controls, and you can fool the monitoring system into thinking there's a life support failure. And there you have your emergency.
You're crazy. I'm not qualified to be tampering with the ship's life support. Won't the ship be at risk without life support? I guess I'll do whatever it takes to get done. Let's ask this question.
This is one of Trident's premier starliners. That means it has the best of everything, including a triple redundancy life support system. They installed a backup for the backup. Luckily for us, it will still trip an emergency and everyone will have to return to their quarters until I sound the all clear, which I won't.
Oh, yeah. Do whatever it takes.
Don't worry. It'll be as easy as it was mingling with the guests at the party. Just throw a few lousy switches and you're done. One more thing. If Chief Engineer Sundin gives you any trouble, tell him I'll erase that gambling debt he owes me. I prefer you use that as a last resort, but hey, what's the harm in losing a few credits when I'm on the brink of rejoining the fleet, right? Anyway, I better start packing. Things are getting hot around here, and won't be long before Trident figures out you had help.
Do you have the lowdown on Gabriel? That's asking.
On the surface, he's an upstanding citizen of the United Colonies, pretty high up in UC security. Lots of clout with Mast. Underneath, he's a greedy piece of garbage. Given the chance, he'd backstab you for a cret stick and pin the murder on someone else. Come to think of it, if he wasn't such a petty tyrant, he'd probably thrive with the Crimson Fleet.
Once the emergency sounded, how does the ship's lockdown work? Where exactly is the life support system located?
There's access to the crew section that you can reach through the Starfield ballroom. Chief Sundin should be there, wasting time at his station as usual. Have fun with that guy. He's a real piece of work. Once you're past Sundin, just look for the room marked Environmental Control. Everything you need is inside.
Okay. Yeah, once it's sounded, how's the lockdown work?
All passengers are instructed to immediately report to their cabins. That way, we keep the halls clear and avoid a panic. Fortunately for us, all of the passenger cabin doors will automatically unlock. This is normally to ensure the crew can check cabins quickly and without interference. But in our case, it's like having an all-access pass.
All right. So
Remember, the moment you shut down that system, the entire ship goes into lockdown mode.
Got it. Nope. Stuck on the railing. Let's go
An
meet with
open
that
bar
chief
would have been
engineer.
nice, but Trident's gouging us.
Through here. Stars engineering deck. So down. And not these dudes, it's someone back here. This guy.
Hold up. This area is off limits to passengers. Wait a second. You're Captain Rokov's guest, right? Didn't expect to see you down here. Sorry to give you trouble. What can I do for you?
Kind of lonely down here as it is. So what do you do around here? Really need to get to the life support area.
Yeah, a little. A few of the techs call this deck the dungeon. I think you can see why. Not exactly Starliner-class comfort down here. Don't get me wrong. The quiet gives me time to gather my thoughts, catch up on work, and all that, but I'd rather work on the bridge.
What do you do around here?
I'm the Siren's chief engineer. Trident put me in charge of the entire tech team. We do our best to keep the ship running smoothly and efficiently. Of course, this beauty is a cutting-edge piece of spacecraft design. Almost everything has triple redundancy, like the life support system. Unfortunately, that means there's quite a bit of downtime. Could be worse though, right?
Really need to get into the life support area.
Oh, sorry, that area is off limits. No exceptions.
I'm captain's guest, but you can't let me into that room.
No, sorry, I'm afraid it's impossible. Trident regulations strictly prohibit anyone from entering the life support area without a valid reason. Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk here, it's just that I could lose my job, you know?
Let's see. You have a gambling debt. I strongly suggest you agree to favors for the person that you owe. Rokov says he's willing to forgive your gambling debt or pay him credits. This was the option, so we're going to choose that one.
Oh, really? Well, that changes things quite a bit. Tell you what, I'm just going to step out for a bit and stretch my legs. Maybe you can hold this for me while I'm away?
Sure.
Remember not to touch anything, please.
You got it, buddy. Environmental control computer. Lockdown procedures. Lockdown, emergency procedures. Support failure, life support access. Open life support access. Resets.
All passengers,
Oh,
may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
no. Okay, let's head back into the mall. Which should be empty, I think. Probably just like security staff. Yeah, look at that. No one's in here. They got out of here real quick. There's no one up here. Alright, out into the guest suites. Gotta confront this Gabriel guy. See if we can get anything else on that Larry guy too. So, gotta head this way.
The Siren of the Stars is now in emergency status. Please remain calm and proceed to your cabin.
Can't do except this. Door. There he is. Let's have a seat and speak with him.
I was wondering if you were the cause of the ship-wide emergency. It's time you stop playing games and tell me why you're here.
Let's see. How did you know I was responsible for the emergency?
Doesn't take a genius to deduce you're the one that's responsible. I locked onto you from the moment you entered the ballroom, and I've watched you trying to clock Dumbrosky. After we spoke, I had a feeling you'd pull a stunt like this.
All passengers,
Let's see.
may I have your attention,
Everything you have on
please?
Dombrowski.
The captain has declared a
Call out my
ship-wide
fleet status
emergency.
or my SysDef status.
Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there
So
until you
loud.
receive further instructions.
Like, they couldn't mute it when you're having the conversation with people. I mean, I get it. It's supposed to be like the same. It's supposed to be like the situation. But I mean, when you're having the dialogue, they should mute it. I want everything you have on Dumbrosky, or let's pull the Crimson Fleet rank. Why not?
I always took him for a fool, but I can't believe he's stupid enough to have gotten mixed up with the Crimson Fleet. Still, why would I possibly want to incriminate myself by handing over any evidence?
Oh, you already have evidence prepared. Dombrowski's been playing you and Claudia this entire time. Claudia says you've been cheated out of your fair share of the Galbang job by Dumbrosky. Let's ask him this question.
Don't act so surprised. You didn't really think I'd make a deal with Claudia or Dumbrosky without having a little insurance policy of my own, did you? Huh? If I've learned anything in my years at the corporate fraud division, it's always have an exit strategy.
Claudia says you've been cheated out of your fair share of the Gelbang job.
Claudia said that. You sure? Damn it! That means my money's already gone. And Dumbrosky's going to walk away with a fortune. I'm not gonna lie to you, I don't want to end up on the Crimson Fleet's shit list. But if I give you that information, and it falls into the wrong hands, I'll end up in jail. This is a lose-lose situation for me.
The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
Before I make any deals, you might tell me what I'm buying. Why did you let Dumbrosky handle the numbers in the first place? Attack him or pay him? Let's see.
Oh, I've got everything you're gonna need. This is a one-stop shop for you. We're talking a slate loaded with dates, account numbers, ID scans, even an audio recording. It was my little insurance policy in case the shit hit the fan. There's a solid enough trail here to send Dumbrosky straight to jail.
Why'd you let him handle all the numbers?
Dumbrosky had the authorization to wipe out records on Gelbang's system without raising any red flags. I let Claudia talk me into that. She said she had him wrapped around her finger. Apparently, she was wrong.
I'll pay him because attacking will sound the alarm and then that Larry guy will probably take off. So let's pay him.
At least I walk away with something. All right, you have yourself a deal. Here, with this slate and this recording to tie it all together, you'll be able to nail his ass to the wall. He'll do whatever you want. Just remember that you promised to leave me out of it.
Understood. Ever thought of joining the Crimson Fleet? You're not thinking about SysDef. What are you going to do about Swist and Dumbrosky?
Well, since Claudia has been spending time disgustingly close to Dumbrosky, I think she's suffered enough. On the other hand, I've got very, very special plans for Larry. I have some friends that can, well, let's just say, take care of the problem. That's if you leave him alive, of course. We'll just have to wait and see. All I can tell you is that there's more than a few people at Mast who find Commander Akande to be a huge pain in the ass. I mean, the UC is aware that the Crimson Fleet is a problem, but it pales in comparison to the issues with the Freestar Collective. Akande's loaded with big-picture ideas, but not a ton of evidence to put them into action. And frankly, it's driving my superiors crazy.
Just a little background from, besides like SysDef telling us stuff, like hearing it from someone else. Ever thought of joining the Crimson Fleet?
Just because I'm helping you nail Dumbrosky doesn't mean I'm turning my back on UC security. How else am I going to ensure that he ends up behind bars when all this comes crashing down? No, you can leave me out of your merry little band of pirates, thank you very much.
Deal.
You better tell Dumbrosky to run, because if you don't kill him, I will.
Well, that sounds like someone will do the work for us, so... Next task is to confront Larry Dumbrosky, and optional to kill him. The guy's upstairs. Down this hall.
All passengers, may I have your attention, please? The captain has declared a ship-wide emergency. Please report to your cabins in an orderly fashion and remain there until you receive further instructions.
That thing knows when to interrupt me. Well, alright everyone, we're going to go ahead and stop here. And during our next episode, we're going to confront Larry and I guess choose what we're going to do. Let him live or kill him or get something out of this. Get what the Crimson Fleet wants. Well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching this video today from ChnkySlothGaming. Be sure to subscribe to our channel for more playthroughs and future gameplay content. If you enjoyed this video, give us a like and leave us a comment. And if you haven't already, be sure to follow us on social media, including Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, or X, Twitch, YouTube, and TikTok. And as always, thanks for hanging around, and we'll see you on the next one.